Riley Brown here with GoAZCats.com senior editor Matt Moreno after a Wildcats win. Matt, Brandon Ashley's first game back, 21 points, led the team in scoring. I'd say he's just fine. How about you?
Yeah, he looked pretty good to me. I mean, he was doing everything, maybe even more. He might have looked a little bit better than what we've seen him. I know Sean Miller thought so, and he looks 100% to me. I mean, looks like midseason form right now. He made a lot of shots. He didn't miss a lot of shots, which is even more important. And he was really the pulse for Arizona in tonight's game in the season opener. And yeah, I mean, he looked really good.
Miller's starting lineup was a little bit different tonight. Started Stanley Johnson over Rondé. What does Stanley bring that changes the dynamic of that lineup?
Well, obviously he started because, as Sean Miller said, Rondé missed practice yesterday with a little shoulder injury, and anytime you miss practice, someone else is going to get to start in your spot, and that was Stanley. But I think Stanley did a good job tonight. Still trying to get in the flow. It was his first game, so there's always going to be probably some jitters and some things like that. But I think that's a lineup you could see Arizona use a little bit this season, starting the game off. I think Rondé brings a little bit more energy off the bench than maybe some other six men. He's obviously a guy that they can rely upon. But I think what Stanley brings is he showed it tonight in flashes. Is kind of a different kind of playmaker than what Arizona's had before, and he can really score if he needs to. And I think getting him in that starting lineup probably gives him a little bit more confidence, and we'll see how it plays out the rest of the season. But I think it's a lineup they could go to a little bit.
Rondé's shoulder looked just fine tonight. He electrified this crowd. Let's talk about his game a little bit.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, he really ignited the crowd with some big dunks. They went on a little run there at the end of the first half, and I mean, it was steals and dunks and everything, and you could tell he was into it, and he wanted to make those plays, and the crowd went crazy. And that's Rondé being Rondé, though. That's what he does, and he's a good player, and a very good player, and somebody that Arizona's going to rely a lot upon this year. And he's that energy guy. He's that guy that brings that energy for Arizona, and he definitely did that tonight.
Free throws posing yet another problem for the team. They shot 48% on the night. Do you see that continuing to be an issue for the team this year?
We'll see. It wasn't one that many people had going into the season. I don't think anybody was really talking about their free throw shooting being off. A lot of guys that are coming in are good free throw shooters, and tonight it was just different. It was strange to see them miss that many. Sean Miller certainly wasn't happy about that or the turnovers, but yeah, it'll be interesting to watch that, to see if that becomes an issue. I don't think it will be. I think there's a lot of good free throw shooters on this team. Sean Miller mentioned that he believes this team is a good free throw shooting team, so we'll have to see, but something to watch for sure.
All right, thank you, Matt. Reporting from McKale Center, I'm Riley Brown for GoAZCats.com.